Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the 2022 Ford Lightning. So behind me is the F150 Lightning and it is fully electric from Ford. This one is the XLT trim. There is 4 trims to choose from, but let me go ahead and show you all the features this XLT trim has. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2022 Ford Lightning. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video. And it does have the tow package, Pro Power on board package, and the price with destination is $57,000. If you guys are curious about the color is called Antimatter, and it does look pretty good on this Ford Lightning. And honestly, if I were to buy the Lightning, I would definitely get it in this Antimatter color. It is like a blue color, but in the shade it does look like a black color. As I mentioned, there is 4 trims to choose from. There is the Pro, the XLT, which is this one, Lariat, and Platinum, and the Platinum is the highest trim. It is $90,000. Coming to the front, I love the way how the Lightning looks like, and honestly just looks like any normal F150. So on the road you can't really tell it's electric, and even driving it, it doesn't even feel like electric. So I really like what Ford did. I mean, obviously you could tell it's electric, but it just doesn't have that electric feel. And the only reason is because it does have a normal interior, it does have a normal exterior, and it just doesn't look like an electric car or truck. So I really love what Ford did with the Lightning, and I think this is a very smart move from Ford, keeping it to look like a normal truck but turning it into electric. For the headlights, high beam and low beam are sitting in projector tubes, and turn signal indicator is in the middle. And I really love this LED strip. It's nice and bright, and for some reason it wasn't turning on with me. I'm not sure if you have to put it in drive for the light to come on, but I've seen it over the pictures and videos and it does look very nice. For the grille, has a really nice look to it, and I really like the design. I really like what Ford did here, and the Ford logo is nice and big. There's a front facing camera, and there is some parking sensors here in the front, some recovery hooks or tow hooks, and there is an opening in the middle underneath the license plate to let air in. But seriously, I really love the way how this thing looks like, and I think it's a smart move from Ford to make it look like a normal truck. So let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this Lightning. Here is the side view of this Lightning, and honestly it does look like any normal F150. You could mistake it with a normal F150, but to be able to tell that this is the Lightning, there is going to be a badge right there that will say Lightning. It is finished in blue and it does look pretty good. And if you guys are curious about the ground clearance on this Lightning, it is around 8.9 inches. And I would personally get this XLT because I think it offers a good amount of features for a good price. $57,000, I think that's not a bad price at all. But if you go with the Lariat and the Platinum, they do get a little bit expensive. The Lariat is around $67,000 starting, and I think the Lightning is around $90,000 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I really like this XLT trim. The rims look good, and this blue looks very nice. The size of those rims, they are 275, 65, 18, so the size is good and rim design is pretty good. They're going to be a side step. It is standard on this Lightning, and they're going to be a light all the way in the back. I think that's a very nice touch from Ford. Here is the charge port, and on the mirror has a blind spot monitoring system, a work light, turn signal indicators, and a camera for the 360 camera system this Lightning has. All the window trims are finished in flat black. The mirror cap is finished in flat black, and the door handles are finished in flat black. So there's a good amount of flat black, but honestly I don't mind it. But for almost $60,000, I really wish that Ford just made everything finished in the same color as this truck. Like the mirror caps and the door handles, I think they should have been the same color, but I think Ford wants to basically differentiate between the higher trims and this XLT trim, and I think the XLT trim and the Lariat are going to be the popular trims. So yeah, I think Ford did a great job with the design overall, and I really like the fact that they kept it like a traditional truck, not a weird looking truck. So here is the back of this Lightning, and the back looks pretty good, but I feel like the back is lifted a little bit higher than the other F-150s. You guys let me know. And that just looks weird. I know they do that on purpose because of towing. So when you tow and put things in the bed will go down, or the back of the truck will go down a little bit. But I feel like it's lifted more than it should. There's going to be a light right there and a cargo light. So when you turn on basically the cargo lights, it will turn on this light right here and the two lights up there, and all of them are LED. For the tail lights have a really nice look to them, very nice and sharp. They do have that 3D look, and they do stick out a good amount, so definitely good looking lights. And everything right here in the back is LED. I love the lightning badge with the American badge, the American flag badge, and the F-150 is imprinted into the tailgate. Ford badge is nice and big. There is a camera right here, and here is the handle to drop the tailgate down, and there is some parking sensors here in the back, and that's where the spare tire release is. And there is the pin connectors, and here is the hitch receiver. And yeah, beautiful looking truck from every single angle. Here is the key of this truck. It's a little bit on the bulky side, but it does feel nice and solid. Has a really nice weight to it, and does have 4 buttons on it: unlock, lock, trunk release button, and a panic button. The key is mainly finished in flat black. Does have some brushed aluminum in the bottom, but I'm really sad that there is no button for the tailgate. So there is a button to open the frunk, but there is no button to drop the tailgate down. So to be able to drop the tailgate down, you have to walk up to the truck, and you have to pull on the door handle and drop the tailgate or lift gate. And something that I really don't like about the tailgate is the fact that it's not soft release, so it just goes down very quick. So you got to be careful when you open the lift gate. There is some C-clamp holes right here. There's another one right here, and the size of this bed is 66 inches. There is some tie downs, and there is the onboard package. There is the outlets right here. This is part of the onboard package. There is multiple outlets right here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the bed of this F-150 is nice and deep, and as I said, 66 inches. So let's go ahead and talk about power figures. This Lightning has 2 electric motors, 98 kilowatt hour battery, 452 horsepower, and 775 pound-feet of torque. And the range on this F-150 is 230 miles, and it does take 12 hours to fully charge on a 240 volt. So before I move inside, I want to show you the frunk of this F-150 because it is big. There is 2 ways to open the frunk of this F-150. There is a button on the key, and there is a button right there. I think there is 3 ways to open the frunk of this F-150, and I believe that there is a button inside, but I couldn't find it, or maybe it's buried in the screen somewhere in the menus, but I wasn't able to find it. So for now, there is 2. So there is this button right here and the button right there. Let's go ahead and click the rubber button. It does take a few seconds for it to open, and then once it opens nice and quick. Inside there is a very good amount of space. There is 14.1 cubic feet of space, and that's equal to 400 liters. And a Honda Civic trunk would have 14 cubic feet of space. This F-150 has 14.1, so very similar to something like a Honda Civic. And in the bottom there is more space, and that's where the charger is for this F-150. And as you guys see, there is, let's go ahead and close this. As you guys see, there is some tie downs, and this button right here is to turn on the lights. There's 2 lights, and here is the button to open the frunk, and there's some hooks right here that you could drop down or open. And I'm not sure if this is part of the onboard package, but there is 4 outlets here, 1 USB and 1 USB-C. And this button right here, if you get stuck inside the frunk of this F-150, you could click it and the frunk will open. So very good amount of space in the front of this F-150. So before I hop in, I just want to go ahead and show you guys this. So if you guys are interested in the towing and the weight of this truck and basically the details, just go ahead and pause the video. Here is the front door panel. The front door panel looks pretty good. This top portion right here is soft. It's not extremely soft, but it does have some softness to it. I really like the gray stitching, and it does feel like it's made out of a recycled material. The armrest is very nice and soft, and all window switches, mirror controls, everything feels good, looks good. The front 2 windows are automatic up and down. I really like this wood trim. That's how you open the door. So you just pull this and the door will open, just like the normal F-150. And there's a little bit of storage place right here. Here is a speaker, and in the bottom there is a good amount of storage place. And yeah, overall I think Ford did a great job with the storage places on this door. And for the seats are nice and comfortable. Design looks alright, and sadly they're not fully powered, so does have lumbar support, and this right here will move the seat to the front and back. But to recline the back, you have to use this handle, which sucks for $57,000. But let's go ahead and move inside this Lightning, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. And just like that, this Lightning is on. So the interior of this Lightning looks very, very nice, and I really like what Ford did. So there is a 12-inch screen, and it just looks like a normal truck. I just love the fact that it doesn't look like an electric vehicle. Anyways, the steering wheel is nice. It does have a nice design to it. It is wrapped in leather, and the steering ring itself is nice and thick, so of course that's good. I'm glad that there's an opening in the bottom, and there is this really cool looking trim. So when driving, you can just put your hand like this and relax. I really like the opening down here. There's some gray trim in the bottom. The trim around the buttons and everything is finished in gray. And right here on the left, there is the cruise controls, lane keeping assist. This truck has lane keeping assist and emergency braking, rear cross traffic, and rear braking. So basically when you're reversing, it will apply the brake if you're not seeing anything. There's some voice command, volume controls right here. And on the right, there is a back button, controls to control the screen in the middle. And here is the menu button, seat buttons, and a phone button. Behind the steering wheel, there is the wiper controls and the turn signal controls. On the right, there is nothing, because it does have a normal shifter. And this trim right here is finished in silver. There's some chrome right here, and their vents look nice, and they do feel nice and solid. And in the bottom, there is a good amount of buttons. There is the front release button, 2 buttons right here to turn on the lights on the mirrors. This button right here will turn on the cargo light, and headlight controls, brightness controls, e-brake, and pedal adjustment, so you could adjust the pedals. Let me see if I can actually show you. Might be a little bit hard to see over the camera, but you could adjust the pedals. And there is a storage place up there. I really wish it was a little bit deeper. And here is a screen. It's a 12-inch screen. It does look pretty good. It does have the Sync 4, and this truck has the 360 camera. So here is the backup camera. Backup camera resolution is pretty good. 360 looks good, and you could zoom in to the hitch and zoom out, and you could actually view what's in the bed. So you could turn on the camera in the bed and you could see what's in the bed. And overall, the system is nice and responsive. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And here is the this one has the tow package, so it does have the Pro trailer, so you could use this to basically turn the wheels. You don't have to touch the steering wheel at all. And in the bottom, there is the trailer braking, engine start stop or start stop, and there's some silver trim, and I completely forgot, but there is a button right here to turn on the backup camera without putting the truck in reverse. This is the parking sensor button, emergency light buttons, and traction control. And down here there is the volume knob, tune knob, and climate controls are very easy to use. Here is the fan speed, auto function, 3 stages, and does have dual climate control, of course. And in the bottom there is a very nice deep storage place, one USB, one USB-C, and right here on the right there is 112 volt and an AC outlet, 120 volt. And this button right here will open the top portion, or the top glove box, and I think this is the deepest top glove box I ever seen. So the Ram has a very small one, the GMC and the Chevy, they have a small one. The bottom one is good size, and this top portion right here is nice and soft, and 2 cup holders, nice and big, and you could put this shifter down. There's a little bit of storage place right here, and I'm not exactly sure what's this button for. I thought at first this is the iPedal drive, or one pedal drive, but I don't think that's it, because I was able to find the one pedal drive in the menu. Right here there's a little bit of storage place, and something that's really cool, you could bring this out like this. You could use this as a table for food, or you could put your laptop here. And good thing about this armrest is that it's nice and soft. So very nice armrest, and double stitching, 2 cup holders, nice and big, a little bit of storage place in the middle between the cup holders, and overall very nice interior. Here is the rear view mirror. It's not frameless, but I think that's fine. Right here there is some LED lights. This button right here will turn on all the lights in this F-150. Glasses holder. But something that I really don't like is this whole thing moves like this. The fan finish here is not very good. And something that I'm not a big fan of is the fact that there is no light in this visor. So there is a nice wide mirror, but there is no light. The visor itself, it's nice and soft, and it does feel nice and solid. And yeah, overall, the interior of this F-150 looks very, very nice. Here is the back door panel, and the back door panel has the same design as the front. This is nice and soft. The armrest is soft. Here is the back door handle, and here is the window switch. A little bit of storage place, more storage place down here, and in the bottom there is a decent amount of space. The lining only comes in crew cab, so you can't get it in a smaller cab configuration. You can bring those seats up, they do lock in place, and if you want to bring them down, just pull on that strap and they will come down. Sadly, there is no armrest. I really wish there was an armrest for $57,000. There are some LED lights up there. Headroom is amazing in this F-150. Legroom is very, very good. And hopping inside, as I said, there is 2 cup holders back here. There is some air vents, a 12 volt, and in the bottom there is an AC outlet and one USB Type-C. And I just love the fact that there is a lot of USBs and a lot of AC outlets, and that's how the front of this F-150 Lightning looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning. I would like to thank Stevens Ford and Matt here in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this Lightning. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link at the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.